Hello and welcome. Right, we are back on WestbridgeHills, episode number 2. I have leased this and I have got, all the equipment is down here. So let's get this field scanned. And we need to put a few, I'm going to put a buy station down, but I'm also going to think of going forwards if we are going to actually try to do down this side as, like where we actually are, because I didn't think of that, but we're looking at it. It is possible to do. So, let's give it a shot. So 2 scans, I'd say, to actually do this. I'm not sure how the workers are going to cope with that, because that has been improved by the MTL modding team, because you never used to be able to use it as a plough. It was one of those things that I think I had to buy one of those. Yeah, but it can now plough, so it's been changed slightly. It has been made more useful, which is brilliant, because it really is a cracking bit of kit. So we'll ask the store to grab that. Did we actually send the... got the key. Set selected. No, we've done it. We have. I thought I did, but it would not be the first time I've actually sent it back. And basically, very silly. Sent it back, and I actually. Which Let's Play was it? And that's why I've always been a bit touchy, sort of, about it ever since that. Right, so then we need to be grabbing. What are we going to do? Grass, I believe we said. That was what we said. The grass start for a change, which is not a bad thing. So I would say, which it would be our next field. I would imagine it would be 22, the one we saw over here. So if we look at like the centre, can you actually visit that? Oh, so you can actually buy the property. Now that's not a bad thing, is it? We might be able to use this if we can buy the... Oh, so is it the entire block? Let's have a look. I think it's more than one house, isn't it? Yeah, but it's only... Yeah, it is. It's 1, 2, 3. But would you want to do that? Do we... No, then there's the park. But you can't buy the park. No, that makes sense. Why would you want to buy 13 though? Why would you want to buy it? Does it give you an income, or it's a bit of a... I mean... Yeah, is it, why would you want to buy it? I mean, we could put a mat down and say it's home, couldn't we? That's a possibility. It would be nice if we're going to do this. I don't think you're going to be doing much with it, because I don't think there's any free land. I mean, any place where you could sort of like put anything. It's sort of, without it being odd, maybe a little tiny bit on that. But again, I don't know that you could other than a mat. I just don't see why you would do that. So let's send the drones up again, and let's try and pick where would be a good place that you could stick. Bearing in mind your fields are all around there, but also that you want it to be on your land. So I would say that is fairly central on the edge there, for like a buy point that's not too far. I think we're going to need to do, if we put one there, it would like cover those 3 fields. And I would say if you're going to do these 3 fields, when we've got them, then one somewhere over there would not be a bad place. So with that in mind, I would say really on that corner for a buy point. We don't own the land. This is actually quite true. It is. So for now, where do we put the buy point? I would say actually on the corner of this land would at present make the most amount of sense. Even though we're trying to be sensible, we would still need to own the land. This is quite true. So then if that is the case, I'd say that's... let's go for my old one. Yeah, because sometimes the fact that it doesn't do a grey is actually quite nice. So let's stick that like about there. Yeah, it still has a bit of a ruffled feathers malarkey. Easily fixed, of course. Let's actually do that. Let's stick a bit of a nice, see what we get on the map. Oh, we got these ones. I like it. So then let's just stick but does it refract? A little. Right. Well, that worked well, didn't it? Yeah, it was a bit bad, really, wasn't it? To be honest, it didn't work terribly as you wished or as I wished. Well, we've got a team of 2, so let's get cracking. This also needs to be lowered to work. Grasping with stones. I hate stones. I know, it is annoying. Yeah. Right, I'm going to time this because we have got many jobs to do, it is true. So, yeah, I am going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Yeah, well, if it's not going to be of any use to us at all, I just don't see what the point is. And we are Brassica, so why not? Yeah, just make a bit of use of it. I most of the time can't see the point of them, but you can occasionally get a little. You sort of can, but in our instance, it's sort of like we've got to treat everything as an asset, and we've got to be a bit aggressive with it, really. Otherwise, we sort of could get into a bit of trouble. Whereas some Let's Plays, you can use them, and with the right kind of trailer, just for a bit of lugging around, and they're a little bit useful. But I'd sooner have anything else other than that, because it's the back bed's tiny as well. There's so little use for it, really, that's practical, apart from running around, of course. Right, we've done everything on our one single solitary field. Still, everyone's got to start somewhere. It is a grass. I'm hoping it looks good when you like. So, according to the game, we're completely done. No horrible bits. And we've got one. I was going to put the sheds down that we can't really afford at the minute. This is the curse of start from scratch. Really, is the affording thing when you're this skint. When I say that, we've all bought a field and a lot of equipment, so we've done well. From nothing, we have done well. Right, smashing. So 7,000 income, and what is in the sales this morning? Oh, quite a lot actually. Interesting. Shallow cultivation. That Valtra. Oh, now that is a good price. Yeah, it is actually. The Starer, that is a good price as well. Oh, now that's interesting. It's a dry one. It would cripple us, but I am more intrigued by that because we've got the ability to do that. It's nice though. Yeah, I've not didn't. It's a dry one, and it's not terribly priced, but I think we'll buy it to sell it. Yeah, it's a shame. And another time and another Let's Play, actually, that might have been a really good thing for us to have. It's not bad really for a vehicle of its own self, and I'm quite sure its storage is quite phenomenal, I'd imagine. So yeah, as an additional vehicle for doing specialist stuff like that, not bad. It's a shame we have got to get rid of it. Right, so then we want to grab... How are we going to do... We've got a baler, haven't we? It's one of the few things we have got. So, you know, really... I think it's a matter of stripping the shop bare of all sort of the things. And could we make a little bit of cash from that? That's all, literally grab everything, haven't we, really? I can afford almost all of it as well. Like, you know, like buy the whole shebang apart from the tractor. Worried about the Demco. Do we buy a dolly? But yeah, because it is true. You often do get these things where can't buy the dolly back. So I did it on New American, which I realised I haven't aired yet. We will soon be. I'm trying to be fair on JM Gaming's map. It is our next American Let's Play. I have already started to record episodes. In fact, I'm quite a few episodes in because I really fell in love with the map. Yeah, it's like an American Calmsden to me. Yeah, really very relaxing. Very relaxing. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to airing it, and I'm also looking forward to doing the next episode. So then, sell you yes, and sell you yes. I think we could probably switch off zone markers now. I do think we can. It sort of work while on the floor. So hopefully we'll get the voucher. And then actually a team of 3, now that's not a bad place to be. If all this buying and selling can buy grab as a tractor, that would well be worth it. I do like the way that Zero... I've got to be honest, I like Zero Oito's work a lot. Yeah, it's impressive. Fantastic. You can see where you're supposed to go, that's my point. Yeah, it's I like it when a map maker sort of emphasises where you're going without you having to, yeah, I mean, I usually put a blob down, but we know we're going for that corner. They need to do that. And we can sort of see from the marks on the floor, roughly, where you need to go. Fantastic. So we can afford it. So are we going to... Yeah, I think what we'll do is we've got a fantastic dolly. It is ours, so this isn't for the shop. This really is for us. Because we probably won't lose... We won't make any cash for this. This is cheaper even than my own dolly. Yeah, the 2,700 by Blackbird Modding. I quite like it. I like the idea of it having so many wheels as well. Yeah, we'll keep it white. I quite like it. So that was obviously a loss. Yeah, I was just, no, we've got, yeah, I'm going to say I've got my normal flatbed that I can afford for under £2,000 that's self-made sort of thing, so I'm not worried. But that is a cracking price for a dolly. And with so many wheels, you can't really get much more stable than that, really, can you? Smashing. So obviously we'll have probably about, yeah, break even on the sale of the thing because of the fact that we bought the dolly, but then we can also buy any future. Yeah, it's pretty much about right. We didn't make any profit at all, but we've got a dolly. That's the real kicker. And last but not least, whatever, yeah, so we really could do with the front. How much does the engine? 38,000. So we will do it in the future. We've already got the... Yeah, we've already got one on the... Yeah, I always like to see if it has got... Oh, it's red as well. Very nice. Yeah, we will have that, definitely. No. We won't have it for that, though. That would strip us dry, so we don't want that to begin with. Oh, do you know, if we're going to... Yeah, let's do it. Right, so it's a 145 for 0. Yep. Fantastic. So a very small tractor presently, but with the capability of being upgraded to 201 horsepower in the future. Excellent. So we are now a team of 3, and we're still only just under 100,000. Okay, we are stopping, honest. Nobody around, so I'm not indicating. No point in indicating to me. Well, now there is, because I don't know if anyone's behind me, truthfully. So it's weird when you've got into something like the way that the... I'm trying to think of its name. Grass is growing. Excellent. Think of its name. Oh, damn it. The Prinoth. Yeah, the T-Wolf. Yeah, this beautiful thing. Yeah, when you've like started to drive in this, and then you jump into one of the others, it's so, yeah, it really is very, very sort of strange. Right, so we've done everything, and we've got a third tractor, and we're still at 94,000. Let's go through till tomorrow because we've done all that we can do. Yeah, this is the bit of start from scratch that I'm really quite pleased of, because you do your work and you move on. You've done it. There's not a lot to do. You've got one field, or when you go to 2 or 3 fields, really is, and then you've got productions to buy and things like that. So second growth stage, nice tick up. Ooh, oh, wow. 32.5. It's still worth buying for 9,000, even though it's not the bestest. Okay, so then let's. Yeah, it's a shame it's not the lorry. I might have actually been tempted. Oh, we've still got the cheaty version. Yeah, so we'll buy you, yes. And we will buy Quantum. No, we will. Oh, no, I don't mean that. Yeah, we will buy that, though. And we will buy you. And we will, like, sell all that little lot. Yeah, I'm literally, I know we're selling everything, and it is a bit boring, really. And it is. But at the minute, we really are. This is, yeah, I did think actually he would have his rear hitch on this as well. I don't think I've ever. No, I've never really had this. Because always for the same reason, really. But yeah, it's sort of like, really. Yeah, it's weird how I've got one of those kind of minds where it seems less than useful, so therefore I don't really. Let's grab that actually. Let's pull that over here, I think. Store it a little bit out of the way. Yeah, it's just, although it's a dedicated thing, it's sort of less than useful to me because it's not very large, the actual, and so therefore I mark it as an unuseful piece of equipment, whereas I've very black and white minds. You know, literally it's sort of like it's either useful or it's not useful, and that's in my it's not a useful bit of kit, whereas the lorry is more versatile, and to me now that's that's a real good useful bit of kit that we could actually really buy. You know, that is useful. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, I've got a very black and white mind in that way. So we're even gonna buy you because we really need every single bit of kit we can. I mean, to buy and sell, that is. Yeah, not to keep. No, definitely not. We might be able to pick that up. It's not terribly heavy piece of equipment, is it really? I don't think. No, I didn't think. It didn't look like it was terribly severe. Oh, now that's a bit of a longie to grab, isn't it? It is. God, I hope it's going to feel it's being good to us, because it's not exactly terribly easy to grab. Really. I've got to get my angles right. Ooh, yeah. Apologies for trampling the flowers from the store. Literally halfway across. Good job good job it is what it is, and it's like not capable of destroying them. Let's drop that and see, are they both in? They are indeed. Yeah, it's a bit like the small baler. It's in my never have this, never. You know, and it's not that it's never, but it's just too much of a pain in the backside. So let's buy you, yes. And then we'll also buy the Grimmy at the same time. Now, I'm tempted to buy the tractor. Not this one. Not this one. No. No, it's always very, very rare. Oh, it's a nice steerer though, but it's just, yeah, all-wheel steer. Yeah, it is actually. I didn't realise that at the Lindner. It's always a deer retractor, but I suppose if it's a bit of a specialist on the way it steers, it's like more like a telehandler. So it is a bit of a shame, but it's worth a bit of cash to us. So like you would, wouldn't you? Really, at the minute, every last little bit helps. That we're keeping. That we'll buy. I think we'll keep it. Yeah, because it's a decent horsepower and it's for 37,000. I mean, come on. Right, so we need to borrow. We need to go up to 270,000 is the easiest way to actually put it, I think. So we will. Yeah, this is. I did sort of say, Kevin and I had a chat the other day about loaning. Now, this is one of those where I would allow it to 7.9. Got the wrong amount in my head. Yeah, this is one where I would allow it because I've got to be honest. Right, we don't want the... No. This is a beautiful hold, but it's well beyond our affordance at present. But it is going to make us rather a lot of cash, which, to be honest, at this precise moment... Yeah, I know I said this yesterday, but I'm just sort of emphasising, I really do think this is not only a good, but it is a valid, because it's within the game rules that you're allowed to do it, whereas it wasn't before. I really do quite like it. I think it's a very, very good thing. It's 10%, so you're not like earning a fortune, but obviously the bigger the thing, the more you're actually earning. So let's repay everything we load, so we know what we've really got. Yeah, because it looks like we're doing so terribly well, whereas really we're not doing that well, even though we are doing well. So 37 and it's 180 for 0. Brilliant. Ladder attacher. No, I'm just checking to see if it actually got some extras as it does. So it's literally 37,000. Oh, I don't know, I don't want the fender. And $49. Not bad for a 180 horsepower, and then we will buy that. I wouldn't normally go for 32.5, but it is, it's 9,000. It's almost half price, so you wouldn't you? It's still twice as good as the Giants version. So to me, it's a no-brainer. Yeah, we don't no longer needs to lease one. And I know at the minute that's not terribly important because we've only got one field, but then you've got to think of the future, I think. Oh, okay. It's done that glitch where the sound goes on the game. It's just happening a bit too frequently. Right, I'm going to stop. Yeah, I've literally got to go out the game. And it's definitely a game glitch. Let's just grab that. Yeah, let's repair these two because I don't think it's going to cost us. So you'll have lost all sound of the tractor. Right, so then I'm going to save the game and I'll be right back. See you shortly. When I first played from the simulator in FS19, one of the first things I noticed coming from a gaming background was the fact that how poor the sound interface was. And it got better. FS22, I never noticed anything like that, but FS25, again, we have this thing, and it's not speakers, it's not my speakers or anything like that. It literally just drops off on the game just for no particular reason. So yeah, we will keep the thing. So we're still at 116,000, and yet we've actually got this and this from that. So it is second growth stage. We bought everything. Let's go through to June morning. Well, we really do need to actually buy a mower or lease a mower. Yeah, we could, but I think I'm going to buy the 11-meter one. But we're going to need to lease a windrower, or else it's going to be a bit tricky to bail. Did we buy that? No, we did buy the baler. Yeah, we did. Yeah, definitely. We need to set it though. So 10,805. Ooh. Excellent. Yeah, no, this is another Brinoth as well. 75,000. Wow, that would seriously finish off the team very well, wouldn't it? Really, that is quite amazing. So it was wow. It's a good job we bought that. Yeah, we've got 3 lorry backs. That is quite amazing. So the little one, we've already got a little one. So I see very little point in buying that, as in to keep. I see every sort of important reason for actually buying it right now. We will grab that. So I say I don't see it as being greedy at the minute. I just think that we've really got every penny sort of counts in a situation like this where your back's against the wall and the only one of the few things you've got is the fact that you can buy and sell equipment. There's that side. And besides which, my character is an absolute genius at selling things. Yeah, it is one of those skills he's definitely got. Yeah, he's in my younger days, I used to watch Reed's David Eddings series called The Belgariad, and they had a character called Silk who was a bit of a genius on selling stuff. And yeah, my character's a bit like that. Definitely a bit of a genius with his buying and selling malarkey. Right, so we want to be buying you. I would say the 180 horsepower is probably still better than the... Yeah, so let's grab you. Which, yeah, obviously, well, no, actually, we didn't stop the engine. We had to go out. So let's grab this. Oh, sound has gone again. Oh, brilliant. And it is a glitch because I tell you, when you go out, the second you go out, it's it could be the map. It's I suppose it could be. I never thought of that. It doesn't happen all of the time. They did used to, but it is definitely a game glitch because the second you go out, I've never heard of a map affecting sound. It's surely the game, not the actual. Well, we'll do this buying and selling, I think. Ooh, wow, I thought this would be better. Wow. But yeah, it is sort of quite strange. It is really, wow, it really is struggling a bit. Literally going all over the place. Wow. It's really without sound. It's sort of quite eerie in here. It is a bit, really. I've got to agree. Now, I think this is 2 sort of separate ones, isn't it? Although, yeah, if that was a struggle, then this is certainly going to be a struggle. Yeah, it is. I've got to be honest. It really is. It's sort of like you're used to the ambient sounds of the game, and then when they go, I can't imagine it really being a map, but it could be, I suppose. Apologies for the flower trampling. Now that's a bit, isn't that amazing? Oh no, it's the turning. It's when you start to turn that it struggles. Yeah, it wants to pull the tracks. Now, is that realistic physics? Might be. Giants may have brought that sort of kind of thing in, where it's trying to turn your vehicle. Maybe also a weight thing, as in like it can't. Yeah, once it starts to go almost straight, it's actually not too terrible. Wow. Not sure if we'll get the back one. We'll have a look. Oh, we can. Fantastic. So, 147, I thought it might actually look at that as well. Yeah, it is. We've made a great use of the sails. Of the dolly is what I was going to say. Yeah, I can't say that I've lost sound that often before. The other thing is obviously sometimes it's drivers, but usually drivers get damaged on a computer for one reason only, and that's because games or things on it get damaged by things. usually games. As a gamer, this is something I obviously recognised a long time ago. So really, I've got to be totally truthful. I only play Farming Simulator. So if anything's damaged the drivers, I've got to be honest, there's only one culprit that can be, and that is Farming Simulator, because I don't play other games. We're doing the content. It really, yeah, this is the whole, or everything. Wow. That's more of a struggle than the others. It's not even got anything in it. Yeah, now that is a bit of a... Whoa, that is well... It's not even wanting to turn around. Okay, let's try and... Wow. Oh, wow. Now that's a bit slippy-doodly. Yeah, that's not good. Right, so we did make 6,000 for that. So 153, so 48. Oh, this is a shame because it really is a nice bit of kit. We actually had the header off this a bit ago. Typical, isn't it? That's a good price, that. Again, no, it is a good one. I really do like this. I've had this on a number of Let's Plays in FS25, so this is probably would be my go-to lower range thing, really. Right. Oh, okay. Surprises me. You look, I'm sure you're maybe on the edge actually looking at it. Yeah, I do think it was right. I just presumed it was actually there and it wasn't quite. 60. So we can't quite. I was hoping we'd be able to afford that and that we... Do we keep that? It would be a bit of a coup to... Oh, that's up to 900. Is that... Oh, I didn't realise that you start with the 7. Oh, which has actually got the front hydraulic. Yes. Wow, amazing. So that actually wouldn't be a bad little bike. It's even got that as well. So, yeah, that is really... So we want to borrow 25,000. Obviously, I can't count. And we want to... Oh, and that's got the 3-point as well. Included in the price. We're not going to worry about this. Yeah, you can't have everything. So let's sell that, pay back the loan, and see, can we afford to sell? Can we afford to let it go? That's the thing with the print off. Yeah, that's the real question you need to ask yourself. Is can you afford to let it go? Will you kick yourself the entire Let's Play if you let that go? And I personally think the question is, the answer to the question is, I totally agree. You know, that it really is a very bad when it's got the front hydraulic and everything. So can we change the colour so we've got a different... And what does it cost you if you do? No. No, it doesn't. So we're going to do that. Did I do Fendt before? I think I did. Massey hydraulic. We'll keep that logo colour. It appears we're going for every kind of red there is. So the blue... No, your air conditioning colour, that is the top. I'm not sure. No, I'm not sure actually. Let's go black. I think you can go wrong with that. The crawler... Now, that would look nice with a splash of colour, I think. Now, that does charges 1,500 for the... Do you know, that's like not... Yeah, we'll go for its normal colour, I think. The logo colour? Why would I want to, like... Yeah, let's leave that as it is. Yeah, I don't want to be paying that kind of cash. Oh, nor for the air conditioner. You know, the air conditioner can stay its natural colour, I think. Yeah, I'm not paying that. A crawler colour, I am definitely determined that that's well worth that. So $300 additional costs. We will indeed buy that. So we're right back to 100 odd grand, but we have again got more equipment for the farm. Right, I'm going to scoot out because this is rather eerie. Yeah, see you shortly. Typically, we were really just about to finish as well. So I've ripped my, reinstalled my sound drivers, all of them, to take no chances that it was not like a sort of glitch in that way. So we are doing well, really, when I take, so obviously I'm going to stop it here because we've got next session, we're going to actually do some work. So I am going to actually buy a mower. Yeah, that makes a bit of sense to me. Now, I'm not sure how the... Now, this should have the new Giants graphics. It has, and it's actually taken it. So the back bar mower by only 4K content. Myself. Yes, definitely. So we are down to 88,000. We are going to lease a windrower. I would imagine that actually the if it will take it, it might be a bit low. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Might need to like grab the 180. We shall see what we see. I'm not sure. I've never. No, that's fine. Yeah, that's okay. So next session we will get cracking with the mowing, and we will. We could we could actually. No, it's true. We could lease the windrower. I think we're going to go for this beautiful one by Wolfex Modding, which is usually my go-to for this type of thing. I tell you one thing I am missing, and that was that beautiful under £2,000 windrower that I often used to go for on the start from scratch. That was all the way through FS19 and FS22. That I'm seriously missing. I can't remember the name of the modder. He didn't do an awful lot, but it was still very, very good. Right, so then let's grab it all typically right in the way. Okay, so one of these things I've not repaired one of those. Right, so I'm just sort that in the front, I suppose. Yeah, we should see how well that unfolds and uses. Just actually, yeah, obviously I haven't repaired one of these. I thought I repaired everything. So let's grab that, and then next session we're going to get on a bit of work. So we're down to 87,275, but we have got quite a large team of tractors now. We've done very, very well. The sales have been very kind to us. So repair yes, and repair yes, and that doesn't need repairing because it's brand new. I'm releasing it. Here it is. Right, so then, yes, let's say my goodbyes. So all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you can stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.